Hey guys, what's going on? It's a Blockable right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now today, in today's video, we're going to be concentrating on Verasity VRA with the proof of view technology and the patterns in US, China and Europe. This is one of the biggest gainers today, so that is up 7.9%. And we'll also take a quick look at XCN as always, down 1.3% on the day. So nothing to cry home about. So without further ado, before we dive into the charts, make sure to hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and a big shout out to all the block bulls over in the Discord as well. So we do have some members in particular dropping some absolute gems. You know, we're talking like 100, 150, all the way up to a 450x opportunity. Some massive crypto gains to be had there. So if you are considering joining the crypto Discord, I have reduced it to from 7 days down to 3 days now, because there were people that are abusing the free trial. So they were joining, leaving and joining back up. We're not in the business, guys. You know, we do not want freeloaders. We want to build up a like-minded community now, because I do believe you are your net worth is a reflection of your network. Okay, so we only want decent guys in there that are serious traders and investors, and even newbies, beginners, amateurs, people that are new to crypto, more than welcome to come. But what we will not accept is people just taking the piss. Do you know what I mean? We're not about that, guys. Anyhow, this is Verasity, looking really good actually. So we do have this order block here, which is a sort of liquidation sweep for Verasity, which is taking place now. So first and foremost, I'd just like to highlight what is pretty much happening on a sort of bigger time frame. So here on the sort of higher time frames on the weekly, again, the first thing I look at on any chart, whether it be commodities, that's inclusive of like gold, oil, copper, doesn't matter, whether it be cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XCN, ONYX coin, it doesn't matter, guys. I want to know where the sort of sellers stepped in when they was actually taking profits, and all-time highs is a good telltale sign. So you can see here, all-time high in October of 21 in the previous cycle. We've also had last year's high as well down here, so that was February 24. And we've also had a sort of high there, which was the post-US election highs. And we've also had this high well, it happened recently in the last couple of weeks, actually. It was last week that happened, this big spike up here. We didn't quite touch the ceiling. So in my view, Verasity will be looking at challenging this blue trend line again, okay, before we actually see any like joy. Now, just out of interest, let's measure up now from current price action up to this blue trend line. We're looking at a sort of 200% rally to sort of challenging that sort of area of resistance. Okay, so decent returns. Now you can see the purple order block as well. That's where all the liquidation is. You can see here from the sort of prior structure from the previous sort of bear market. Before we did run into the bull market, created the double top there. So we had one peak, two peak, double top, and then we've gone into sort of this ABC correction now, which I'm going to highlight for you guys. So we got the A, we got the B, and then we got the C. So this is likely to be the bottom. The bottom is probably already in for Verasity, which means in terms of risk to reward, if you are betting big, you know, there's only so much downside for Verasity. Now, the good thing with Verasity is if you are new to Verasity, you have missed out on this massive sort of correction here. So this was only around the beginning of May here. You can see here 7th of May was okay. And then 8th of May, Thursday the 8th of May, we had this massive sort of downfall here and we crashed. Now what we've been doing on the daily is basically creating a sort of falling wedge pattern, which is bullish structure, believe it or not. Now what's happened here is, and I've only put in one trend line as well, because to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter about the bottom one because we're not really focusing on that. So what's happened here is on the 4-hour candles, this is today, we've broke out of this falling wedge and we're looking to sort of retest the falling wedge in my view. So right now, never financial advice, but I'd be looking if I had any dry powder. I'm already in Verasity, but if I had any dry powder, never financial advice, I'd be looking at accumulating some Verasity, because you know what? It was literally only the beginning of May. We was all the way up here. Now you can see the gains from current price action here. We're looking at least doubling our bags. Yeah. So that is a phenomenal investment in my view. Again, if we continue to that macro blue line that we've just discussed, we're looking at a 3x, okay, 3x, 200%, and then we'll be looking at some sort of 0.005657, somewhere along them lines. So looking at a decent, hefty return with Verasity now. So, you know what? This could be third time lucky now for Verasity. Okay, third time lucky, hopefully. So we've had one peak, two peak, and this could be the third peak. On third peak, we could be going to the absolute cheddar factory. So fingers crossed, guys. Let's remain optimistic and hopeful, okay? It's what gets us through the charts, okay? There's no point thinking, oh, it's taking forever. Nah, none of that mentality around here. We just got to sit on our hands and be patient and accumulate fantastic utility crypto gems like Verasity VRA. So that is VRA, ladies and gentlemen. For me, it is a buy, okay? You guys can do whatever you want. But let's filter through now. So we're going to go through to the symbols because it's a lot easier to locate XCN that way. So let's have a look at XCN. Now, again, let's just come out onto the daily to give you guys better context. We got the white horizontal line. So we're marking out the sort of 18-cent region, which is the all-time high. And again, we're also looking at the post-US election highs, which is here, just shy of 5 cents. So these are two highs that we will be ultimately targeting. So the first sort of white trend line here, again, similar to Verasity, we're looking at around sort of 2.4x. Okay, 140%. If we was to continue up to this sort of 18-cent mark, which is inevitable in my view, it's only a matter of time. And people will be saying, BB, when do you think that will happen? I have not got a crystal ball, mate. There's only so much you can do in terms of charts. They're only showing you prior data to what has happened from today. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know what? As history doesn't always repeat, but it often rhymes. And even then, it still doesn't tell you the time of day or when it's likely going to occur. But certainly, it's inevitable, guys. So if you've got a winning lottery ticket and you're asking me when, I don't know when it's going to happen, guys. But I would imagine by the end of this cycle. Now, you guys know, it's pretty common knowledge now, even if you're new to crypto, usually 18 months after the Bitcoin halving, usually crypto peaks, yeah? Now, you only have to do a reverse engineer that sentiment of going back. So when was the Bitcoin halving? So that was April of 24 last year. So what's April? That was 8 months, 13 months ago, was it? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. 13 months. So historically, we've only got 5 months left of this crypto cycle if it's to repeat the previous 2-3 cycles, okay? So we've got 5 months. 5 months, and you're probably looking at surpassing all-time highs. I don't think it's going to top out there. I think it's going to exceed and go into price discovery. But you know what? Even if somebody said to me, oh, you're going to get a 10x in the next 5 months, I'd be happy with that. You know what? I'd be fairly happy with that. But it's only because we're in crypto. We know we can run these cryptos up high because the people in the Discord, we're sharing 100, 150x's, 200, 300, and we've got one particular crypto that's looking at a 450x over in the Discord, guys, yeah? We've got all the crypto AI metrics and that, so we are laughing. We are all positioned. Now we're just being patient. A little bit quiet at the minute because we're all just waiting, and this is it. Like Warren Buffett says, these stock markets, cryptocurrencies, any sort of investment vehicle is literally a vehicle and a device to transfer the money from the impatient to the patient. So it's all about waiting. And I know we've waited a long time, but a little bit more now, a little bit more from you. And I tell you what, you'll be collecting the cheddar in no time. It soon goes. We're halfway through the year already. I was speaking to a guy in the sauna today in the gym. I was like, mate, literally all these weeks just seem to be rolling into one. I can't believe we're, mate. We're like pretty much, we're going into June in a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? We're halfway through the year, guys. So you know what? We're nearly there. We've got FedWire to look forward to as well. So that's the 14th of June. So 14th of July, sorry. So there's a lot to look forward to, guys. You know, we've pretty much ridden the worst of the worst, especially with XCN here. We've got moving. We did this sort of 20x in the space of sort of 12 days. So we know what ONYX XCN coin is all about and the capabilities. So you know what? Sooner or later, we're probably going to be running up this sort of 900%, up to sort of all-time highs, and then we'll be looking at going into price discovery, guys. So before so long, you're going to have a 910x. And you know what? Have a look at your portfolio. Don't think, oh, God, this is taking forever. Just envision 10x in your portfolio and how happy you will be at that point, yeah? and it's probably going to go a lot further. So the good days are still to come, is what I'm saying. So I hope that's a little bit of reassurance for you guys. Now let's have a look at these sort of 1 hour time frames just to get a better insight. Like I say, I'm covering these charts on a daily basis, so it's good to get a sort of insight. Now this is a bull pennant. We seem to see a lot of these throughout a bull market. They seem to replicate, bull pennants, bull flags, the old bullish continuation patterns. And this is probably what we're going to see over the next sort of 5 to 6 months before the crypto market does top out. Okay, altcoins may run past that. Like I said, I probably expect Bitcoin, even Ethereum. I know it's lagging behind, but even Ethereum to be start topping out around sort of October time. So yeah, bull pennant here. It seems to me that we are pretty much at the precipice now. So we are literally there at this sort of cornerstone for XCN. So I'd imagine later on tonight, certainly for me, Wednesdays and Thursdays are the most volatile days of the week, just predominantly because there's usually a lot of economic news that does get released in traditional markets. And regardless of what people may think, crypto is still plugged into the matrix. Okay, it's still highly manipulated. Okay. So just stick with it, guys. I do expect some explosion in price action in the coming days. Okay, so if maybe tonight, maybe by the time you guys have seen this video, ONYX could be breaking out. Maybe tomorrow, Thursday, certainly Wednesday, Thursday for me. A pivotal days throughout the week. But I hope that helps, guys. Like I say, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you want to go 1 foot forward and you do want the 2, 3, 450 X's in your portfolio, then make sure to click on the link down below in the description, whop.com/theblockbulls, and you can get some absolute alpha insight. And you do have that sort of lottery ticket to make serious amounts of generational wealth with just a very, $500, $1,000 max. You could change your life. Like I say, we got 450x over in the Discord, guys. So it is life-changing money, enough to pay off a mortgage. Okay, so anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Enjoy your time. I've been the Block Bull. Until next time, the Block Bull is over and out.